H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. It's a great Monday. People texting me while I'm coming on the show. I saw some of the comments, but let me tell you something. Let me stop. Let's go. Let's talk about my starting five first. The starting five were the 5 people that we affectionately call the starting 5 because they are the first 5 people to sign up onto the Chop Shop on that day. So we call them the starting 5. So guess who we're gonna start off with? Chris Charles, Thaddeus Moody, Poe Thaddeus. Oh, y'all put your hand on your computer, on your device for Thaddeus right now. We got Gary Sinclair, Derek Johnson, and no. And Jessica Brooks. Oh, I love it when a woman cracked it. You know I love the women when they crack the lineup. And my 6th person of the day happened to be a woman, Dale Griggs. What's up, Dale? Let me check on everybody who I see. Matt talking about, yo, he talking about we got a lot to talk about today. Matt, what we got to talk about? You tell me what we got. Y'all got to understand. You know what? I want y'all to help me with what y'all want to talk about today. Okay? Y'all put your comments, what you want to talk about. I got some things, but my things might not be important. Your things might be more important than me. And you know I am on the Chop Shop. It's about y'all. It's not about me. Who else we got? I got my Kim Jackson. Kim telling me to get Kendrick Perkins on the show. Who is it? Trey Phillips. I saw South Carolina play. I watched the little women's college basketball this weekend. Hey, Mindy, I used to hang out with. I used to see you so much when they was playing. Mindy, and I don't get a chance to see you no more. Hold on, y'all. Let me put my passcode in. Hold on a second. I got something for you. Hold on. I can't multitask like everybody else. I got to stop. But we got a lot to talk about. Well, my Tay, she's here. Alfio sending me videos that I don't think is important, but maybe y'all think is important. I don't think it's important. Let me see. Barry McDonald said everybody's bracket's messed up. Everybody's bracket's messed up. But let me see. Chris Charles, I just want to see if anybody said something. Let's go Razorbacks. Yes. Jonathan Griffin. Let's go Razorbacks. I like that. Who else we got? There are moving vans in front of Shaka's house. I don't believe so. I think it's ignorant and clownish if they fired Shaka. But, hey, if I was alumni, they wouldn't. So Matt said he's going to be here early. Okay, Matt said he was going to be here. Doug, what are y'all talking about? What is going on? Matt and Doug Jones here early. Doug Jones must think, Doug, what's going on? What y'all think I need to, what is so pressing today? I wonder what it is. I don't think it's bye-bye Shaka. I just don't. That my man Corey. Hold up, y'all. I'm just going through all your tweets. Let's talk about John Uri was talking crazy. Okay, Big Perk. Okay. I don't think that John Uri stuff was that good, Matt. He do that shit all the time. Matt, if one of these other coaches had did that, I would have been surprised. John Uri do this shit. He want us to talk about it. So do we fuel the monster? Yo, we got to be smarter, y'all. But now, if y'all want it, I'll let you hear it. But me personally, I know he doing that mess just to get. Y'all, we got to get smarter. Because I don't understand what the hell he was talking about, first of all. Just because you beat a EYBL team, that don't mean nothing. Chris Walker beat a EYBL team. He beat the Houston Hoops a few years back. It don't mean nothing. We'd have forgot about it. But I'm just, listen, I'm going to give the people what they want. If y'all want to talk about that clown stuff, I'll give y'all a few minutes to talk about that clown. I just ain't got much to say about it because I don't think it's that freaking important. Yeah, John, I don't think it's that important for me to talk about your outbursts. Maybe since you on here, John Urick, because you got the wrong one. Jimmy ain't on here yet. So maybe he'll talk about it, but it wasn't that important to me. You do that all the time. And guess what? You come after the game's over, you went over there and sat down with your kids and your friends, and you go back and forth. It was over. So me personally, I don't know. I'm just going down. Let's talk about, okay, I'd rather talk about PJ Haggerty and Mason Dox killing I guess they killed whatever they did. We could talk about that. Rod Wells went to the Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. Was great. I told you. Oh, okay. No, Matt. If y'all think it's important to talk about that, what the hell John Urick was talking about, I just don't think the chop shop. I like I said, come on, man. That shit ain't that important. Those kids he just mentioned was important. But I like to share something with y'all. Like I said, I leave a message to Jimmy. I like to share something with y'all video, a big perk. I'd like to share this. Hold on a second.
Hey, listen, man. I had to come on here and address a problem real quick. I'm down here in Dallas right now. One of my sons had an AAU tournament, and today we lost in the semifinals to a great Memphis team. Memphis Prep, shout out to y'all. Man, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all played the right way. Y'all actually had the right grade. Y'all didn't try to cheat the system. That's another story, okay? But I don't know what's going on with this AAU basketball no more, because when I was playing, these type of things that I witnessed over this weekend, this wasn't going down when I was playing. They had 2 fights break out today in the gym, and parents fighting in the stands in front of kids that's running around the gym and playing. They got parents fighting, teams getting disqualified, teams cheating, and older kids and bringing them down to play in younger groups, all to win a trophy. All to win a trophy? What are you teaching your kids, man? What are y'all teaching y'all kids? Y'all sure ain't teaching them to have no certain type of morals or no competitive spirit. Y'all teaching them how to cheat. And then on top of that, I'm hearing kids curse kids out on the court. I'm talking about 10, 11, and 9-year-olds. And you got to be learning that from the crib. Because if my son say anything or my son say anything out of character, it's going to be me and them when we get back to the house. But this AAU stuff is ridiculous. It's not even about basketball no more. This is a business. And guys are doing whatever, teams are doing whatever just to win a trophy, man. It's getting out of hand. And I had to come and address this problem because I had to leave the gym because I got a headache because I'm in the middle of the game, and on the next court, it's 2 grown men fighting over a game, over a 10U game of 4th graders fighting. When kids are watching these people fight, hey man, this is out of control. AAU, all you people out there who are running tournaments, man, y'all need to clean this up, man. Y'all out of control, man. Parents, y'all need to get y'all stuff together.
Now that was a mouthful. Did y'all hear that? I want everybody who heard that, I want y'all to hear that one more. I ain't gonna play it again because it's so long. But I agreed with Kendrick Perkins, right? I agreed with him. And all I said was, well said, Mr. Perkins. And we talk about that on the Chop Shop all the time. And I hope they hear what you're saying. Do you know? I don't know what it was coming from. I don't know from a place. Hold on. Somebody tweeted me, and when you're at me, y'all already know when you're at me, I'm gonna address it. So he added me and Kendrick, and he said, hold on. He said something. Okay, he said, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to see what he said. Bruh, hold on. Bruh, stop. This was the reply. I ain't gonna even call his name out. Because I don't know his name because he up under something else. Bruh, stop. These not even AAU tournaments. I don't knock people's platform, but I have watched this crap of blame for 20 years. I'm not going to knock the next hustle. People pretending to fix the problem, they are the problem. What the hell did that had to do with what Kendrick Perkins just said for 2 minutes? Evidently he didn't hear the whole thing. Y'all heard that? And this was somebody came back and replied and added me too, because I agree with Kendrick. He said, bruh, stop. Bruh, stop. These not even AAU tournaments. I don't knock people's platform, but I have watched this crap, this blame for 20 years plus. So you've been 20 years watching this shit, and you watch that video, and that's what your reply for? You need 20 more years of watching, because your ass ain't learned nothing yet. Then he come back and said, they fighting to get into a certain network. What are you talking about? Hey, y'all. A Memphis team came to town this weekend. Okay? I was responsible for them coming to town. My nephew coached the team. So, of course, I wanted to come out there and see them. And I came in very shortly, watched a little of the game, got a chance to see Tyler Smith play a little bit, got a chance to see Arterio Morris play a little bit. And then I got the hell out, right? Because I just didn't feel right being in that place. I just didn't. Yeah, this is a good time to share the show because I'm finna share something with y'all. And all I did, friend of mine just walked in a gym in Houston and said, Hannah, the referee and a parent is fighting. The referee two-pieced him and he took his ass to jail. The dude comes starting the stuff with the referee, the parent, got his ass whooped, and then he went to jail. What's Jimmy's favorite saying? Hold on. I got it in here. He texted to me. Hold on. He got a saying. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to find it for y'all ass. Because let me tell y'all something. Oh, here it is. If you swing, you're going to ride. So, after that, a little later that night, I got Kendrick Perkins' video. So I said, I agree with you, Mr. Perkins. And this guy on Twitter, dude, what the hell are you talking about? Why? And parents, y'all help me. Especially you ones who have fought at a tournament. Especially you ones who cuss people out and cussing referees out. Y'all talk to me to death. No, the ref didn't get whooped. The parent got his ass whooped, Sonya Billings. The parents got his ass whooped and went to jail. Shame his ass. He got his ass whooped and went to jail. Okay. Matt, you live in Atlanta. What has had to happen to these crazy... These parents are getting so outrageous around here, we got an acronym for them. PGW, Matt. Parents gone wild. I'm I'm not gonna have nobody calling my show do nothing, Stacy. I'm telling you, don't at me with that bullshit. I ain't got I ain't got time for that. No, you do that on the Stacey Houston show, not on this one. But I'm sitting here, Matt. Kendrick Perkins said the same exact things in Dallas. Now, this was in Dallas. What has gotten into these people, man? I promise y'all, I was in that gym for about 30, maybe 35 minutes. I have not missed being inside of that damn gym. I have not missed it. I was so ready to get back in my car and get the hell out of there that it was some people that I wanted to see and forgot I didn't go see them. And I understand as a parent. Now, listen, if I had a son, I'd be in there. I ain't talking about your parents. No, y'all got to be where your baby at. If you're letting him go, you got to be with him. But me, I don't have no son in this thing. So I'm not going to. And it's a lot of people in there that didn't have no damn son. They just in there in the way to see what they can talk about. They ain't even part of the press. They just part of let me just be mad and talk about a player again. We got some dudes like that in Houston that just ain't no player good. Barry McDonald, these dumbass parents was fighting before COVID. So no, COVID ain't the damn reason they fighting. They was fighting and fussing and cussing before COVID. I'm just trying to see y'all know these people. Parents gone wild. Refs gone wild. These referees ain't gonna keep letting y'all talk to them like they some fucking kids. Parents. Man, I'd be embarrassed like hell. I'm going to see my son and my son see me getting carted off to jail. I'm going to let that set for a minute. You in there arguing with a ref over a game that your son is playing in. You'd have took out the time, you'd have paid your dues, you did all that, you'd have paid to get in. And you want to fight? Fight one of them damn Proud Boys or some of them folks. Fight Ted Cruz. Referee making, I don't know how much they make. All that man is doing is in there calling the game the best he can. Y'all talk to him like they some bunch of, yes, you can mess with them. Yes, you can chant and mess with them. They like that. It's embarrassing for me. That's why I'm not showing that mess on the show. Then they got kids, 10 and 11, cussing each other out. Because they ignorant ass mamas and daddies, man. $22 a game. I got to tend to you cussing me out, talking about the way my socks is and what shoes and what pants I got on. And talking about everything, talking about me personally. I've heard y'all parents, not the people on this show. Man, we got to stop, man. Gosh. Fighting? So that's why operators have to charge y'all so much money. Because they got to have security in there. Let me repeat that. When the price is too high. That's why they have to charge y'all so much money. Because when I got all the police in there, and I got all that security in there, guess what? That's a cost added to me. So I got to pass the cost on to the customer. Parents, Come on, y'all. Man, let me tell you something. I spend a lot of time and my energy in this community trying to impart wisdom and knowledge of the truth, not just knowledge, true knowledge. A lot of time, a lot of research, a lot of stuff just to help this community. Not y'all, listen to me. Y'all, if I'm not listening, if you ain't in there fighting and cussing and fussing, I ain't talking to you. But if you are, yeah, I'm talking to you, man. I'm talking to you, man. Dallas, Houston, changing the grades, changing the birth certificates. Look here, man. In that icebreaker, when I walked in there, I saw Matt, I saw Chad, I saw John Stovall, I saw Jim Hicks, I saw Doug Jones, uh, Robert Carroll, Jeffrey Day, all these young men. And let me tell you something, I take my hat off to them guys. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm about to sit in a gym all day like them guys. I told you I spent 40, 30, I don't know how long. I was in and out of there so fast. It's several people said, Robert, you didn't come speak to me. No. Then I exposed myself to risk. I had a hoodie on and a mask. And somebody from Memphis, Robert Hatter. And he had a mask on. But he want to shake hands. Dude, I'm not shaking nobody's hand. Y'all quit shaking. Several of y'all try. Dude, you're doing the elbow tap, man. Don't touch nobody's nasty ass hands. I said, Jeff Johnson was there. Hey, Jeff, I saw you. Jeff, I didn't know you were Jeff. See, I don't know people. Yeah, my guy from Memphis. I couldn't tell who you were. My bad. And I got you late. But hey, man, shout out to Jimmy and Doug and those people. Let me tell you something. Let me stop here too. Shout out to C.E. King High School. Listen to me. I didn't know what to expect. I've never been there. I don't even go around that freeway. I've never been over there. I ain't never passed over that freeway. I had no reason to ever go out there. I did not know that place was there and looked that good. Unbelievable. One of the administrators took me on a tour. Oh my goodness, Sandra, I thank God you work in that district. C.E. King is unbelievable. Let me tell you before I forget about it. Listen. Unbelievable. Shout out to them. Y'all tell them I shouted them out. They didn't know, but they took me on a tour. I mean, they said, do you want to go? I said, I can't go. I said, it's too much walking for me. Then you want to? So I called myself go use the stairs. I go trot up the stairs. I forgot I had that mask on. I'm too old to be doing that. But I haven't been to know. But let me tell you something, parents. My question for you today, my parents, and I love y'all, and some of y'all friends, the one who are out here acting up. I know it. But guess what? We just gonna shame them. We just gonna, ain't nothing we can do with it. But let me show you something. Parents, did you get what you wanted out of this weekend? I just want some yeses and some nos. Did you get what you wanted out of this weekend? And I just want to know, parents and people, what matters to you in this day and time? What matters in this basketball community? What matters to you? They're just questions I want. What matters? I think y'all need to define that stuff before you even get in the parking lot. Before you walk into a beautiful establishment like CE King, before you walk into a black-owned business like MI3, before you go to Dallas, when you setting your black ass out in the car, you want what do you plan on getting out of this? I know jail wasn't what that man expected got out of that. What matters to y'all, man? And when we get back, man, I got to take a break. When I get back, I'm gonna talk about U of H. I'm so proud of them. But Tiffany, what do you want? We got guys as seniors that's already got offers, still playing. What the hell y'all want, Matt? Matt, help me. Jock Armont. We got guys with offers and commitments. It's not to benefit the player. Who does it benefit? Whew. Thank you, Joe Baldridge. Shout out to Joe Baldridge and the Scholar Athletes Academy. Who else I saw before I get off? I saw it, man. I saw so many people in that little small. I saw y'all. Some of y'all didn't see me, but y'all probably saw me. But Brandon, Landon, man, Landon, I heard you came up here, your kid. I didn't get a chance. I didn't. I was there, and Tyler Smith. I saw the hoops. I saw Tyler. I wanted to see Tyler Smith play. I wanted to see Ontario Morris play. I got just bits and pieces of both of those guys. I saw the Memphis team play, and I got the hell out of there, man. But I just wanted y'all to ask. I just wanted to ask y'all a question. I think God sent me here and said, "What matters to y'all? Y'all already got a scholarship. Now you finna go and play. You already got action. Now you finna go play in 11th grader spot that ain't got no action." Will said he worked the null site. And a shout out to Marcus Ebo. Shout out to him. He ran the CE King site, man. He was on the right on the spot, man, when I came in there. Because I didn't know I was gonna show up. But I just wanted to make sure the Memphis team was taken care of and everything was taken care of. And I had to make sure that happened. But who is that? Who is this? Let me see. Somebody. When a woman says something, y'all know I'm gonna go back to it. Marissa Smith said her son played with grit and respect all weekend. He took every moment to learn from his team and his coaches to be a better player and enjoy watching some talented kids. Marissa, that's what it's about. Hold up. Because y'all didn't see it on the Facebook feed. I mean, the YouTube feed. Let me raise it up so y'all can see it. Thank you, Marissa. Don't make no sense. Shout out to your young fella. I heard PJ Haggard was tearing him off the bone. I didn't get a chance to see him play. I heard he was tearing him off the bone. Barry said he got his butt whooped by the official. Wife or son will have no respect for him. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, Deshaun. Yes, something just happened this morning. And Deshaun, is it true or not? Consider the lawyer for the women. Yeah, Deshaun, man, it's just crazy, man. I mean, I just wanted to share with y'all. Let's follow the Marissa model. I know. What's up, Kevin Allen? Parents, our kid, the refs might be bad. Uh, the price at the door might be too high. We can't control that. Only thing you can control is how you behave when you walk in the door, man. You remember I keep telling y'all, it's two different ways people see. It's the way they see us and the way we see each other. that referee and that parent was black. I don't like that. If you've been on this show at any amount, I just don't like that. And I'm not trying to preach, but I've been consistently talking about this for years and years. But they said faith comes by hearing, and hearing the word. I got to keep talking about, because we had, guess what? I had relaxed Dr. Newsom talking about the PGWs. We used to have a PGW segment. Guess what? I got to crank it back up. Got to crank it back up. Let's respect these referees. Let's respect these referees. Okay? We had a referee wasn't even calling a game, was trying to get in front with John Urie. And in the John Urie stuff, it was comical. Yes, it was. It was comical to me. It wasn't bad. You know? Hey, people want to be relevant. And let it's okay. It's okay. Okay. So Chop Shop, hey y'all, we'll be back in a minute. I got something else for y'all now. We not through. We not through. Because I want to tell, y'all got to tell me, because I didn't see the games. I want to know who was the guys. We had all of that press there. We had Matt from, hold on. We had Matt from Atlanta. Stovall from Portland. Chad from all of that press. Robert Carroll. We got Doug Jones. We got all of these people in the building. You want to argue, fuss, and fight, and cuss the refs out. What did the players do? What players helped themselves this weekend? Chop Shop. We'll be back in a minute.
Tammy Allen here, your relationship coach. Tell me, do you and your partner feel like you're struggling to communicate and have begun living like roommates? No need to worry. I can teach you new, healthy communication skills to improve your relationship. I provide coaching via teleconferencing from the convenience of any location, including your own home. Call me today to schedule your first appointment at 713-597-4499, or you can find more information at my website, www.allencounselinggroup.com. I look forward to working with you.
Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, when he ever come on today, coming to you live. I got Doug in here, come to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world. But I got something unique I want to talk about. Let's go with the beginning of March Madness. From last year not having a tournament to this year, from And y'all help me with this, Jeff. Uh, from Thursday on, the upsets, the double-digit seeds, the storylines, it gave us everything we wanted and more. Looking forward to the day, y'all. It's some stuff going on right now. I can't wait to get off the show to go watch the basketball game. But what? Tell me your moments. We're gonna talk about U of H. We're gonna talk about. I'm gonna give you another thing to look at. What the hell is wrong in Miami in this spring break? Are your kids down there in Miami? Did your kid go to Miami? And are you gonna let his ass come back to your house if he live there? Uh, but I had a great time this weekend watching the NCAA tournament, watching the kids play for free. Ohio State fans, though, let me tell y'all something. They gave a kid a death threat. I didn't like that. I really. What's up, Derek Lane? I didn't like that. It's just crazy, man. I got to share that with y'all. We got to talk about that. It's an awful story that involved this NCAA tournament. Ohio State lost to Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts is the darling. I love Max Asmus. Hey, that's my U of H. Let me tell you something. My man ain't on it. Where is my man Daryl Barnes? Texas Tech got beat. It's all right. Yeah, Brandon. I know I'm going, y'all. I'm going. But y'all know what I look. Y'all looked at. I was looking at New Zealand. Got friends that live over there, right? You know they called me back, right? Because they was one of the first ones that got it too. Also, that's where Tom Hanks and his wife got over in that area, right? Do you know they listened to the science from the beginning in the pandemic? This is what they are this weekend. Jay Jackson, check this out. We talked about it, Jay. We could talk about it again. You're a little late. We talked about it, but hold on, y'all. In New Zealand, right now, who had it before we did, okay? Tom Hanks and his wife. No mask, no lockdown, no community spread. That could have been us. Could have been us, y'all. I got to let y'all know stuff like that. Maybe y'all don't have friends over there. But it's awful story. Y'all got to help me with this, mamas. Where my mamas at? Awful story that involves social media and taking it way too far. E.J. Liddell, a player from Ohio State, revealed via Twitter that threatening tweets that he received after the Buckeyes were eliminated. I'm not going to tell you the tweets. Y'all got to go on and go look at the tweets. I'm not going to announce them tweets. I'm not going to put them on the screen. E.J. Liddell, Google him. You'll see the tweets. Ohio State coach Chris Holtman and AD Gene Smith showed their support to Liddell. They described what was said on those tweets as vile and dangerous words that reflect the worst of humanity. Check this out, parents. Y'all not to go. Y'all can go over there and look. Mama, this your baby. Mama, this your son. Playing for free at Ohio. Well, he got a scholarship. But he playing for free at Ohio State. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I got something for y'all. Y'all need to start working with the police. Yeah, y'all can say what you want about me. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. All of these thugs that's on Twitter, all of these Twitter and Facebook gangsters and talk about what they're going to do to you on Facebook, then see you in public and don't do shit. Y'all stop. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, y'all got to start working with the police. And for people that use assaulting words, Matt, that are threatening to your life should be detained. If you use assaulting words, are words that are threatening somebody, your ass need to be detained. This young man, sophomore in college, shouldn't have to go around looking all around his back. Because you don't know how crazy these folk. Look at that crazy ass dude who went down there and did a massage parlor and shot them Asian women. Coward ass. Yo, that's why I don't need y'all in the gym fighting. Don't get mad at the messenger. Look at all this crazy stuff we got to fight against. Criticizing is fine. Eric, Kim, criticizing is fine. It's all right to criticize me. But when you tell people they need to be dead, I'm going to kill you, police need to lock his ass up. Just like they locked that parent who came and swung at that ref and got his ass whooped. Think about it, man. Think about it if it was your son, Ken Lofton. Junior up there playing his damn heart out. Gonna be the darling of the NIT. He missed a shot and somebody called him all out his name and called him, I'm gonna kill you when I see you. You know what it did, y'all? These kids, think about this. Dr. Newsom, you helped me with this. Trey Phillips, you helped me with this. These kids are already isolated, dealing with depression, staying up in Indiana, trying to play a tournament game. To me, that dude sounds like a damn gambler who lost a lot of money on the game and took it out on this young man. Well, Trey Phillips, they need to quit threatening people. This is what we're doing now. Marcus Johnson, this is what we're doing now. We're talking about amateurs, man. Go cuss Mark Emmert out. He wasn't getting the millions. This boy playing for room and board and a stipend. Where are we as a society right now, y'all? That's why I started that show like that. That's why I didn't want to talk about the John Urey, that buffoonery. I didn't want to talk about that mess. When we got this kind of stuff going on. Now y'all see why they want to talk about that. Let's make example out of these people. Hiding behind their IP addresses. There is accountability, y'all, for free speech. You know everybody talking about it's free speech, free speech. No, it's accountability for free speech. Last year, y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, it was a gambler who was sending a lot of social media message to the players from the Tampa Bay Rays, I think in 2019, with threats to kill the players and their families. He pleaded guilty to transmitting a threat and interstate commerce. But the crime don't carry but a maximum of 5 years and a possible fine of $250,000. Y'all remember the reason? I'm gonna tell y'all. Do y'all remember that movie, The Fan, with Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro? Do me a favor, if you haven't seen that, go see that. Marcus Johnson, Jock Armott, have you ever had a death threat? Have you ever had a death threat? Got to watch what we say, man, on these airwaves. But let's talk about the Sweet 16. Kate Cunningham them lost last night. But let's talk about U of H. What we got? Tell me. Let me give y'all some information that I got about U of H. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. And to all you people who was very critical, because y'all said it ain't hating. You know, y'all got a new word. But all you people who were very critical of Quentin Grimes, how you like him now? I tweeted something. Y'all know I don't tweet much. When I tweet something, I said Tremont Mark. Let me tell you something about Tremont Mark. 9th grade, Chris Walker was making a big fuss of this kid. Played on Chris Walker's summer team. Chris Walker was making, let me tell you something. Just for that fact alone right there, I trust Chris Walker's eyes. He told me that dude was going to be special. I watched him through high school. Told me this in the 9th grade. I said, okay. See, kid made the gutsiest play. I mean, it's just unbelievable. But somebody told me about this. In 2003, yeah, he one of our own. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy done popped in. Oh my goodness. I got you down there, Jimbo. Hold on, I got you. Oklahoma, right? Coach Sampson, Hollis Price, assistant coach, Quantas White. And Syracuse, Boeheim and Carmelo Anthony. Jimmy, I know you come on. I think they faced each other in the Elite Eight and OU lost. It's a great backstory because it's the game that's about to come up. McNamara was the point guard. He coaching now. And I think Jimmy, you probably can talk about it a little bit more. And Jimmy, I hit on a lot of subjects today, Doc. But I hit on I'm finna bring you in right about now. I hit on a few things, but I had to, let me come up in the screen a little bit. Let me tell you something. You tell your wife, I see why she liked Sheldon ISD. And I'm going to tell you, because I never seen it, I see why you said, I'm going to make this one of my headquarters. Let me tell you something. One of the instructors that I know, Jimmy, she took me on a tour of that high school, university. She was telling me about the curriculums, and down this hall is down this hall is this way, the cafeteria. They got an indoor football practice facility. This high school. Man, great job, great weekend. I didn't entertain the somebody sent me a text a video this morning, right? Of a situation that happened at your event. And I just said, I don't find this. He talking about it went viral. I said, what the hell viral mean? Cause it wasn't important. We got and so that situation that somebody talking about they the Godfather, we don't got to talk about that. I just moved on past that. But man, thank you for giving this event, man. I saw the guys you had there had their eyes on our kids, and I sit there and watch them, and I didn't get a chance to fellowship with them that much and see what was on their mind, but I know you did that. But tell me what the guys from out of town, tell me what they were saying that you can talk about. Tell me what the guys, the media guys, the Nike guys, what they were saying. Tell me what they were saying.
Well, I mean, collectively, I I applaud all of the teams for competing to the level that kept the guys in the building. That's why I always tell people one of the signs you can tell if the event is going good or not is because, and I evaluate and go to events quite often. If a dude come in there and he's just watching and it's one game, two game, and they're gone, that means I don't feel like wasting my time no more. A lot of those guys were there multiple hours watching various teams play. Mm-hmm. So that means it was worth their while. Okay. After the event, I got a couple of guys. I mean, Chad Grove and Matt the Mayor, Verdon and Stovall. I think from them collectively, they were pleased at the infrastructure of the event. They were pleased, of the young talent at the event. And I was able to, as you guys, now you see why I had to miss so many hours and days. And this is the finished product that you saw me and my crew working on putting that schedule together and made it whereas that's not an easy task. Anybody out there can put together and run an event, trust me. But anybody out there can't run an event to the magnitude where it can be pleasing to the crowd. We managed to even give the tournament division championship games an opportunity to come over to the Sea King and to the North. So I mean, you win. I know some of the guys were like, man, we playing all the games in the MI3. You know, sometimes you get same court. I wanted to create like a neutral site. That way one team might have played at MI3 on court 6 3 times. The other one might have played. So now you get to get in your car, come on over here. Both teams got to make the same drive. So it wasn't like you got to travel another one. Both teams had to play at the same semifinal game, and you brought them over there. And I stayed there to the end. And let me tell you, what somebody reminded me, somebody else told me yesterday, it didn't hit me. The Spring Icebreaker is now officially a national event.
And why?
Well, national event means you have multiple states that come from the far west of the United States and the far east of the United States. You had Florida teams here. You had California teams here. And then you go up north. You had Chicago teams here. Then you had teams from the Gulf Coast, from the bottom of the valley of the United States in McAllen, Texas. Think about it. It's a national event.
Okay.
So Houston, you guys, the state of Texas, I personally thank you guys for helping to make this propel the Spring Icebreaker into national prominence. Now,
I've always been national, Jimmy, or just this year? This is the first time.
I think this is the first time that we've had teams from Seattle and we've had teams from across different, but not at the same time in this abundance. Adam.
Okay.
Not at the same time in this abundance. The people were competing. They were and guess what? As promised, they got them checked. The people who won the tournament division.
You didn't see no pictures of those. I wanted to see. Did nobody take the pictures of the checks?
They got all of them. They got all. No, what I did was I told them don't take the checks out the envelope and take the pictures with it because I don't need nobody.
No.
I don't need nobody getting my route number or my account number on the bottom of the check.
I'm talking about take the picture from of the envelope being passed. That's
yes. Every team that won, and we'll post them on tomorrow. I'll get them over to you. Wait a
minute, Jimmy, hold on a minute, Jimmy. Coach Pete Ely said he got his check. What team you with, Coach Pete? Jimmy, I didn't know that Chuck McGowan that's on the show. I wish he was on the show today. What happened?
Go ahead on, see what you said. I got
Chuck
something.
McGowan is on the show. I didn't know he was the one that worked out a lot of the top girls. in this city. I didn't know that until I'm at getting my hair cut. And one of the guy who was getting the haircut before me, his daughter showed me a picture. He worked out with Chuck McGowan. So tell Chuck McGowan, y'all, that man, I didn't know. Y'all got to understand. That's why I said, y'all, it's some powerful and some great people on this Facebook feed. I always say that. And I never know who these people are. But now, what was you about to say, Jimmy?
Well, I think one of the viewers, Barry McDonald, says add girls to the event next year. Hicks, Barry,
you did have some girls.
Barry, we had girl, we had a super varsity, a varsity, and a middle school division.
Yeah.
Basically, what we did, we combined the two age groups. So that means the super varsity was basically 11th and 12th grade teams combined. The varsity was basically 9th and 10th grade teams combined. The middle school was basically 7th and 8th grade teams combined. And they too got $1,000. We only had 8 teams in the super varsity, 8 teams in the varsity, and only had I think about 6 middle school girls teams or something like that. Might have something like that, 6 or 8. But it's going to grow. This is the first year. And our goal next year is to increase that 8 into 12. You know, it takes a gradual movement.
Yeah.
A lot of people trying to go and double it. No. That's how you we had 8 this year. We get 12 next year in each division.
The girls got the check too.
The girls got the $1,000 checks. Alan, let me tell you something.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. There were 12 winners of the $1,000 donations.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And of those 12 winners, understand something. Only 2 of them. Only 3 of them, 3 boys, 1 girl, 4. So that's 4. 4 was from Houston. 4 were from Houston.
Okay.
They got those checks. The 12th grade division.
So wait a minute, Jimmy. So out of all 12, so we had 8,000 go out of town. Come on, Houston.
Yeah, 8,000. I mean, but guess what? The 12th grade division, a team from California won that one, Howard. Prodigy. That's Tracy. Remember Tracy Murray?
Yeah, that's my man.
That's Tracy Murray's program.
Was he in town? Was he here?
His brother was the coach.
Okay.
His little brother is the coach. So they from Tracy Murray's program. They came and they ran through the championship. So that means $1,000 went to California. Right, the 11th grade division was won by the JL3. That's Lucas' program. They won. His second team played in the bracket.
Okay,
they won 11th grade.
Okay, that stayed here.
The
okay,
10th grade and the 9th grade. Where Thaddeus Moody at? Thaddeus Moody. I know you're rejoicing right now. Thaddeus Moody.
Thaddeus Moody ain't really rejoicing. Fighting the line, I got their head torn.
Yeah. You're right. You're so right. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet with Thaddeus Moody, and he's in Chicago because 2 Chicago team. The Chicago team called Team Illinois came down to Texas and opened up a can of whoopers.
They were that good
and won the 10th grade division.
No,
and the 9th grade division. Team Illinois.
What?
They done come down here and took $2,000 out of my pocket and go on back up there. They just happy as a lark. Understand? Okay. The 8th grade division was won by JL3 Delilah battle team. Delilah, let me tell you what.
Delilah, yeah.
This team that won this 8th grade division, right? How about this? It's coached by a female.
Yeah.
That's the team that won. That same team won the John Lucas All-Star Weekend.
So they won that bread too.
They won that bread too.
Shoot.
So check this out. This Delilah team, the JL3, they ran the table this year. We didn't have a spring icebreaker in 2020. They ran the table in 2019. They ran the table in 2018. And they ran the table in 2017. They have not lost a game in the spring icebreaker since the team been in existence since 2017. This same team has not lost a game
And
in the spring ice break.
And Delilah been coaching them the whole time?
Delilah been coaching them the whole way.
Wow. Wow.
That's remarkable. Remarkable. Understand? Think about that. They hadn't lost a game, guys. They won first place every time they played in there 4 times. They won the 8th grade division. Shout out to San Antonio Future. This San Antonio Future team, they had multiple teams that was competing and kicking butt. But that 7th grade ran right through everybody. I mean, they ran through, open up a can of whoopers. San Antonio Future.
Okay. Okay.
Now, in the 6th grade and the 5th grade division, Randy Livingston's Live On Fluid Elite.
Yeah.
They won the 6th and the 5th grade division. The 4th grade division was won by the Gulf Coast Canes out of H-Town. They won the 4th grade division.
Okay.
But we only had 4th grade division was thin. We're gonna grow it. It was only 6 teams.
Okay. Oh,
but guess what?
Yeah.
They got $1,000. Easy work. And the girls, Houston United, won the Super Varsity. The DC Queens out of Dallas won the varsity. And the Stat Elite, I think they're from out of I want to say Corpus area, something like that. They won the middle school division. And
I'm getting that. I'm about to get Jimmy. You know what's gonna make me happen? They gonna make me put that whistle back in my mouth, Jimmy. And I'm finna get in the gym. Somebody text me this morning. Go on, you can go. Come on.
No. What they text you? What they say this morning?
Somebody text me this morning. Said, Mr. Hatter, I got a son, 14 years old, and I need him to get training. And I said, first thing I asked him, and they live out in the Pearland area, I said, do he want training? Or do you, mama, you want training? He wants it. I said, it's very important, mama, that I ask you that question. So what I need y'all, I need somebody to train. I don't know how good he is yet, but hold up. These people that I know, they don't mind writing a check. So you ain't got to worry about something you're doing nothing for free for my folks. Them people gonna write a check, okay? I'm gonna repeat that. Kid 14 years old, he needs some training. Mom and daddy gonna write a check. Now you ain't gonna go gouge him because I just said that, because I'm gonna ask him how much you charge him. But I need somebody, preferably in Pearland, but somewhere that they don't have to drive every day, all the way. So guess what? I'm throwing out there, I'm getting y'all some money, because Jimmy, I could put on my whistle and take that bread. But I ain't trying to be in y'all's lane. I'm going to let somebody, chopshophtx@gmail.com, send me an email, and I'll vet you and hook you up with this family. Jimmy, I had to get that out the way. Public services now.
Yeah, man.
What was you about to say?
Hey, man. Oh, man, I mean, just a good weekend. Shout out to, man, some of you guys. I'm looking at some of the comments and you know, of course, the NCAA tournament resumes today. It's in progress as we speak.
Right, yeah.
But we'll talk more about the spring ice break on tomorrow and later on. I mean, it's just so many members how to post videos. Yes, that was a situation where, guess what? Understand something, guys. I'm really pretty much impressed that was like only one squabble of all those games. Mm-hmm. And you're talking about money on the line. Mm-hmm. And there was only one squabble that I know of, only one squabble. And guess what? It's like in the words of the late, great Ray Barnett, a club promoter, owner from out of H-Town. And when you had the club Gucci on the north side back in the days, remember people from the old school, remember Club Gucci that used to have it was known for its Sunday evenings after the park. If you went to McGregor Park or Dewson Park, and that's where everybody migrated to on that north side. And his famous words was, if you swing, you're gonna ride. And that means you're gonna ride that police station. And that's just what happened with one of the parents over at the MI3 Center. He
got his head and got his two-piece, got his ass whooped, and went to jail.
I saw the video clip of it, And the referee, you better. All I can say is, guys, y'all need to start choosing the referees y'all want to stud up to. You know, bark at some of them. Don't go run your ass in the gate. Some of these guys, these referees work out.
Yeah.
He put them hands on him, pop, pop, and then the guy get up and tried to push the police officer. That's what took him to jail.
Oh, yeah.
The fight didn't send him to jail.
Oh, okay.
You pushed the police officer.
Oh, you
understand, guys? When y'all, I tell y'all to pay attention. These ain't Barney Fifes that's working our events.
Dude.
These are the actual Harris County Sheriff's deputy. For example, we have Houston Police Department. They have a jurisdiction over the city. Where the Harris County Sheriff's Department has jurisdiction over the city and the county.
Yeah. Jimmy, them ones with them guys that were at the gym I was at C King, they looked like they didn't play. They were nice, but they looked like, player, you don't want no parts of this. They had to look, I promise you. So, but that was good, man. That was good. We're gonna take a break.
I mean, and we had, and I got to shout out to one of the coaches that called. One of the grassroots coaches called me this morning. He thanked me. You know, it's a different type of thank you because it's small stuff.
Okay.
He said, "Man, I want to applaud you for actually having medical trainers."
Yeah.
Present.
That ain't small. That's important.
I'm just saying, but things like that detail when putting together an event, so many people try to cut so many expenses, and that is crazy. You'd be surprised. Did you see how many police officers just was at C King alone?
Yeah.
I had a rack of them jokers out there. Because you know why? You want to have a safe atmosphere.
And it's a deterrent. It's a deterrent. When you walk your ass in that door, you better know, hey, I don't know what that guy out there was thinking about. You got to understand, Jimmy, for the little time I was in there and the people that got close to me, hey, y'all, and I ain't trying to tell y'all habits, but when y'all going to these kids' basketball game, I shouldn't be able to smell what you done drunk from 6 feet away, man. You know, that's just an idea, because that, Jimmy, when you get a little of that fluid, you get full of that fluid, you might be ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I smell, in the little time I was in there, I said, these dudes drinking this early. It was a happy hour, Jimmy. So, and they know who they are. So, and maybe that helped a little bit. And Jimmy, shout out to Iowa. Thank you, Barry. Oregon, who didn't play because of Jimmy, a failed COVID test that was no fault for the players. Before somebody get mad at the players, it's just unique that I'm glad. Tony Stubblebill, that's my man, and I'm glad to see Oregon win. So they in the Sweet 16. Jimmy, this Sweet 16, when we take a break, we got to get this Sweet 16 is looking real nice to me. Real nice. What else you got? What else you got before we go?
Oh, man, matter of fact, speaking of break, we go to a quick break and give you guys a chance. And I'm going to join you in sharing the show.
Yeah, me too.
To your timelines, to your friends. Let's get this thing crunk. Let's talk some NC. Let's talk some March Madness. Let's talk about the games, the shockers over the weekend. A lot of teams gone home. A couple of coaches got relieved of their duties.
Oh, wait a minute. Other than another one? Well, we'll talk about it when we get back. You might have something I ain't figured out yet.
and another one, they saying could be on the hot seat. Talk about that and a lot of hey, let's get a quick break so they can share the show, and we come right back.
rest up. I'm a savage. Mom, I told you, Mom, I told you I was gonna play. I'm a savage. I ain't worried about it. I'm a savage. Hey, I got a week to rest up. I'm a savage. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna right on it. My name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my fucking name. I'll drill y'all. Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
Welcome back. Jimmy, that was for you. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes. You know I'm gonna look out for you. The best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the #1 ever sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Haddon and Jim Hicks. Did you see Dejan Giroux? Did you see during the break how talented our people are? But Jimmy, some just touched me this weekend, man. When I saw this, then we're gonna get into it. But when I saw this, Jimmy, the image of this, the power, it got me. Watch this. Let me see do y'all get it. Jimmy, I had to play that because that was Kamala Harris, right? The vice president just finished her joint visit to Atlanta and with President Biden, and she boards Air Force Two on her way back to Washington, D.C. Just sit with this image and ponder it for a moment, y'all. The exponential power it holds. Black woman walking up them things by herself, getting on her plane, Air Force Two. Unbelievable, Jimmy. Ain't never happened ever before in history. I have to share this with y'all, man, because some people just take it for granted. I just had to share it. But Jimmy, what we got? It's March Madness is in the building. What? It's a March Madness. It's a March Gladness. Jimmy, tell me about the coaches. Go get the coaches and tell me, y'all, how y'all find my man up there up I-10? Y'all wrong for that, Jimmy. Y'all can't find my man.
Lamar University, they let go of Tick Price on yesterday, and it was kind of rumored that for a few weeks that they were Lamar was probably going to go in a different direction. And understand something. That conference in the Southland Conference, but they are one of the schools that are now, I think, going into the WAC. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say the WAC, yeah. And which the Southland Conference, I think, is about 4 or 5 schools that are leaving and joining that conference. Well, so normally when a school does that, it's not out of the ordinary. That's the perfect time to make a change. Tick Price, I mean, he's a good people, but at the same time, a lot of good people get fired. Hell, I mean, name coaches out there, a coach out there that hadn't gotten fired at least once. So now the thing is, who is going to get this job? I'm gonna tell you right now, Lamar University and your board of regents need to look no further than a guy that has head coaching experience, a guy that has the street cred and has a magnet to and the relationships that are actively strong to go and get players who can help push that team into the direction that they wish to be in. And this guy also, his jersey is hanging from your rafters. So that's in style right now. Michigan went and got Juwan Howard. Georgetown went and got a Pat Ewing. Well, this guy is the equivalent of to Lamar, he's your Jawan Howard. He's your Pat Ewing. And I'm talking about Alvin Brooks.
Brooks, I know exactly who you was talking about.
Alvin
Junior.
Brooks.
Alvin Brooks Jr.
Now, the thing is, you can't mess this up, Lamar University. You could even go, and it would even be acceptable if you wish to go and get Alvin Brooks III, his son from over at Baylor. It would still be acceptable because he too has the relationships. You know, he's a little bit younger. He probably can speak the language of some of those kids. That's only if Papa Bear don't really want it. If Papa Bear is cool, I'm talking about Alvin Brooks. Because now Alvin Brooks has built something special. You get to sleep in your own bed at night. I mean, he's from Houston. Alvin Brooks, both of them are, but I'm talking about the dad from Wheatley High School. He lives right now in the hood. Alvin Brooks lives right around the corner from me. And so that's so, you know, when you get at a certain age, how to, you know, your rhythm, your routine, you know, you get up and go drive Jimmy, 6 miles over the U of A.
Jimmy, just some about your alma mater, some about that place you played at. It's where you form yourself as a young man. Some about that place. That's why Penny wanted Memphis. He didn't want no other job. He said, man, I'm not coaching nowhere else. If it ain't here, I'm not coaching. I got $80 million in the bank. I don't have to do this. I want to coach there. So that, I mean, I remember you mentioned that before, but you wasn't trying to mention it. I think it wasn't on air. You mentioned it to me. But I think it's a no-brainer.
No, I'm dead serious. So here's the thing. You can't wait this one out. You got to be moving on this right now. This ain't one we're gonna figure it out. Understand, guys, pay attention to a lot of the jobs. Once a guy gets fired, how quickly they fill those slots. That's because the conversations are already in progress. You can't mess this one up. Now, some people I see on the timeline in the Boom Boom Room that Kenneth Lawson says David Green or Andre Boutte. Coaching Andre Boutte, he's from down in Beaumont. He can go and attract them. That's not bad. Not a bad move. David Green, I'm not sure if David Green dealing with college with those that age kids is a little bit different.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
And then also understand the hours that it's going to take. It takes for a college coach that isn't used to being a college coach coming from the high school ranks. That's a whole different workload that it would take. Now, understand, I know with a guy like Andre Boutte, he would simply go surround himself with a bunch of his ex-former players from Beaumont Ozen, you know, in days. He would just go and get some of those guys still that are coaching high school in the high school ranks right now as we speak. I think one of his former players is an assistant coach at Lamar right now, Brandon Chappelle.
Okay. So what does the alumni at Lamar expect? What do they want? I ask people today, what do you want? What do you want from the next hire? That's what I would like to know. What would you want from Jimmy, I played the Kendrick Perkins video already. I played that. I saw you send it to me. But what would you expect, Jimmy, of the fans? I mean, what would you I'm just curious. What matters to you, fans at Lamar, boosters at Lamar? What matters to you right now? What do you want to do? You want to get to the tournament. You got a good point guard. Now you need to get another a good off guard, and then some good backups for them. Because if you watching this tournament, if your ass ain't got no guards, you're gonna be in trouble. Alvin Brooks and them Brooks guys, I know can get it done. They've proven that. Guess what? Both of them are in the Final Four. Both of those guys in the Final Four. Excuse me, in the Sweet 16 right now. Excuse me, Lord. The Sweet 16 right now. So, I mean, what do you want? Jimmy, that's what my question is to people. You know, people always talking and all. What do you expect? What you want? That's all. That's all. I just want to know.
And you know, see Michael Smith just joined us on the
Shout
Chop
out.
Shop.
Shout
Icy
out to
Mike was in that building. Icy Mike was in that building. Hey man, applaud and shout out goes to Michael Smith, the concierge guys.
Concierge,
he was there.
yeah.
A lot of people got to meet him. I saw one of the viewers from the Chop Shop. The two of them got a chance to meet Icy Mike, Medical Mike, whatever you want to call him, and that's always a good thing because he was there actually, not only providing. It provided the medical trainers at a lot of the sites.
Yes.
And now on 2 days, 2 different days, it was an actual surgeon. There were surgeons, 2 different surgeons.
I saw him. I saw Mike. They walked in. They were walking in with some boxes in their hand, and the dude had some. He didn't look like no regular worker. He had that MD look stuff looking on there. So yeah, I mean that was all right, Doc.
Yeah. So shout out to him. And of course, now you asked the question, what would the people, the Lamar University fans, what do you want? And what are you looking for? Yeah. And guess what? This job is a lot of people is going to want this job because of the fact that you realize you can tap into Louisiana, you can tap into H-Town.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you're a quick drive either way. Now, this person would have to be able to lure the players and go from that Louisiana side of the board.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
That person, whoever this next coach, will have to pose a serious threat to McNeese.
Okay.
You know, the Louisiana Lafayette.
Okay. So the coaching hire got to make a splash.
It got to make a splash.
Okay.
Got to. I'm telling you,
2 names you mentioned in the beginning.
You got some hot. You got some couple of hot. Now understand. I just mentioned Alvin Brooks because that's the obvious. You felt so greatly about him that you finally retired his jersey just 2 years ago. Lamar University. So if you felt that great about him, that means the current regime in place had to make the decision to retire his jersey. So that means you liked him because other regimes, other presidents, other athletic directors could have done the same thing. They didn't do it. They passed and passed and passed and passed. Now this one done it. So if you felt that good about him, that means you must like him.
Who is the AD up there, Jim?
I can't think of the AD's name down at Lamar. Can't think of the name down there. Okay. But you guys know, someone of you guys in the booming room, of course, will post that in
to the WAC where McNeese is still Southland, so that will help on some recruiting. They're gonna move to the WAC, Jimmy. You remember?
Yeah, I just said it a while ago. I said they're moving to it's four or five schools from the Southland will be going to the WAC. I mentioned that a while ago.
Yeah.
Now that's what I'm saying. They have to pose a threat now.
Yes. Yes.
And now ain't no excuse for them to reach over and get those Louisiana kids at some of that talent. But first and foremost,
who is Marco Bourne, Jimmy?
That's the name of the AD. That's it.
Oh, Marco Bourne. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, Doug.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Guess what, though, Hal? We can go and we mentioned Butte. It's not a bad name. Not a bad name. Experience. Would Butte be? Would understand? Yeah, sure. Everybody want that pay raise. But would he be willing to deal with everything that comes with being a college coach? Maybe he might be up for the challenge. Maybe. He's very well respected down there. We know Butte can recruit. Now, let's go a little further. I'm gonna give you another name.
Okay.
Anthony Medina at University of St. Thomas. Anthony Medina at University of St. Thomas is probably the best kept secret in the state of Texas for coaches on the college ranks. Think about it. They just won their conference tournament this past weekend. They would have likely won the national championship last year. Had just won the conference tournament, was en route to the national tournament, national championship last year. when the COVID struck. Medina, they know how to recruit. He can beat those streets. He has the relationships. Another guy, young guy with some young energy, Larry Cordero, LSU Alexander.
Good. He's good. Yeah.
National Coach of the Year in 3 out of the past 4 seasons. Or 3 out of the past 5 seasons. I think Lil Larry. Lil Larry, think about it. He has the Shreveport ties. He has the LSU ties. He's in Alexandria. And he recruits, and he even have a guy from H-Town that played over at Nimitz High School, was a star as an assistant coach now. So he has the H-Town flavor and the Texas. He knows how to recruit. He knows how to win. Them guys react to him. Larry Cordero is a guy who's definitely should be in the conversation after you get through thinking about Alvin Brooks.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. I'm telling you, that's real on top of my head. These are, understand, the smart decision that makes sense. And these are guys that is different now. Alvin Brooks, you might have to pay a little bit. Them young guys there, you might, if his money is an issue, then you got to go Anthony Medina.
Jimmy, if you want to win, you got to pay. In this day and time, if you're trying to win, that's why I asked, what do they expect? What do they want? Why did they fire Tick Bryce? Is a reason? He didn't do nothing wrong, so you want to win. Huh?
Yeah, they did. I mean, they didn't win. Like they didn't win.
Okay, so guess
what? Now we're hearing that the starting point guard from at Lamar. Remember Kaysen
right
Wallace?
Here. Yeah.
No, not Kaysen Wallace, man.
What's his name?
Harrison.
Yeah. That's Doug's dude.
Kaysen
that's Doug's guy.
Is rumored to be entering the transfer portal.
Already? Cause the coach leave.
Yeah, already. So that's why you want to make this move quickly. You want to make the move quickly. You don't let the guy go and commit and go to somewhere else.
Wait a minute. Why he want to leave?
Because he came there for that coach. That coach is gone.
Oh.
So you trying to, I mean, some guys, I'm not going to wait around, you mess this up.
Hold up. Teaching moment. Players. What about the university? So he didn't go for the university. He went for the coach. Don't they know coaches get fired, Jimmy? Which cop is entering the transfer portal?
Oh, cop.
Which cop? Which
the
cop?
one at Lamar and Anderson.
Oh, okay. So they all jumping ship because they fired the coach?
Well, I mean, you probably didn't really want to be there,
I mean, it's just, boy, y'all killing me. Hey, y'all know how I feel about that transfer and stuff, but keep going, Jimmy. So the coach got fired. You ready to go to we won't talk about the Final Four yet. Excuse me. The NC, the March Madness, because this was madness, Jimmy. What about this little guard, Max? I don't know where his mama and them did that name, Jimmy, because that name don't look nothing like A-Smith. It's A-B-A-S, A-B-A-S, and it's called, the B is silent. It's called A-Smith. A-Smith. But that little dude, Jimmy, let me tell y'all something. He reminded me a little bit, and somebody brought it to my attention, of Earl Boykins. And to have it, Jimmy, you just got to hope he missing. You can't stop him. You can blitz him. You can do everything. That little dude coming back and get that ball, man. I love to see guards like that play. So I love A-Smith and the other guy, the one looked like Al B. Sure, one of Puffy's kids, looked like one of Puffy's sons, with the bangs on his back. What his name, y'all? Broner. The other guy who hit 20-something points. Excuse me. The other guy that's averaging 29 points a game. I can't look down at my notes right now. But I didn't know, Jimmy. Think about this. Somebody from Atlanta texted me when Oral Roberts won the first game. Guess what they say? I sent it to you. I thought I sent it to you, Jimmy. They said Kevin O'Banner. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Kevin O'Banner. Her Jimmy. They said I didn't know anything about Oral Roberts until I saw it on the Chop Shop the other day. They tweeted it out, Jimmy. I didn't know anything about Oral Roberts, but remember, that's Sir Isaac Heron committed to Oral Roberts on our show. And that's when that person realized who Oral Roberts was and even made me think about Oral Roberts. So it's I know about Paul Mills, but I didn't know the players he had. But Jimmy, DJ Weaver hit the shot that heard around the world. He ain't hit a point before or after and hit a three heard around the world. Unbelievable, man. Houston, hey, I'm Houston proud today. I know you was in the gym. You didn't see a lot of them. But, boy, he hit the shot, Jimmy, to win, to put the game out of reach. DJ Weaver don't hit that shot. Them guys
he hit a big three-pointer. And Oral Roberts, they have advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time in a number of years in that program. Paul Mills is inserting himself into the conversations, and he's going to remember. I spoke with Paul Mills on this past weekend, and he informed me, said they're going to be better next year than they are this year. Now the question is, here's the risk versus reward for mid-level teams such as ORU or Roberts. The more you win, the more that some of the players they're showcasing their talents, and then somebody on that team may decide to go and enter the transfer portal to go and seek a bigger budget program or a designer name program. That's the risk versus reward. So, and it happens.
Yeah.
The more you win,
good point.
The more people going that somebody on that team is going. You think they're all bought in, then all of a sudden, things change. Somebody decides, well, man, I can get more. You can increase your path to reach your goal of playing NBA if you go over here or go over there. Remember, everybody's influenced by somebody. And so that's the thing we're looking for. I know that a young man like Sir Isaac Heron is feeling really, really good about his decision because he gets to see the freedom that you can have in that offense when you have guys like Deshane Weaver, that's DJ Weaver, and Kevin O'Banner facing the rim, and from various spots on the floor, being able to operate. So that's a good thing. And guess what? I mean, H-Town and Texas players have been getting it in. How about, speaking of Texas, Abilene Christian.
Yes.
They had a young man that's in that starting lineup from Klein Forest High School who went to Texas State.
Who?
Reggie Miller.
See, I don't know.
Reggie Miller he played at Klein Forest along with Cedric Alley and that crew.
Oh,
right?
He played with Cedric. I saw him then. If he played with Cedric Alley.
Right. He ended up going to Texas State, I think, at the last minute. And left him, I think, did he go to JUCO route in between or whatever? But anyway, I think he went JUCO route in between, if I'm not mistaken. But Reggie Miller. But back to University of Texas, suffered a huge upset against Abilene Christian. Guys, now there are rumblings again about, is Shaka Smart's job safe?
Jimmy,
Man.
them 5-star, Jimmy. I know, Jimmy. I'm not gonna blame. People been trying to get me to blame it on Shaka all day. You know, he knows that team more. They talking about, and somebody sent me some stats. Greg Brown ain't get nothing done.
He only played 6 minutes.
Yeah, but Jimmy, he had confidence in his. Jimmy, if he thought he could play, he would have played him.
Exactly.
See that 5-star stuff, y'all. I'm just watching, man. These mid-majors are proving Jimmy to have some good basketball players, man. And we always talk about this on the show. They got older players where you got grown men going against these younger guys. Experience matter, man. And a lot of these guys, they know they not going to the next level, but Jimmy can hang on. This is something special for them. It's a memory that'll last them for a lifetime. What you said, but you can put that up in your office somewhere. So if you're telling me Shaka got to go, Jeremy Davis, why? So I know y'all just run your mouth. Tell me, give me some details why Shaka must go. He won, didn't he win the Texas
Big 12 tournament?
Texas ain't done that in 100 years. Y'all loving him last week. Now he got to go because a team caught fire. Them old ass men came to play, and them youngsters didn't have they didn't have it. Shaka wasn't just giving the ball, man. Thank you, Trey Phillips. Them dudes was, hey, Jimmy, somebody called me, man. That team turning the ball, they just turning, man, they was just giving them guys the ball, man. They was turning that thing more than over than Ayo. The dude Ayo from I know we ain't gonna talk about it, for Illinois. Got their head beat in. They best player. Ayo. You know, I know that is Moody gonna tell me. He turned the ball over 7 times, Jimmy. Supposedly the best player. So all I'm asking, if you're gonna say Shaka gotta go, give me some bullet points. Give me some bullet points. That's all.
I mean, it's one of those things where this team, they came in 3rd place last year. I've said this before. Mm-hmm. As bad as you probably felt University of Texas was last year, they were tied for 3rd place. Right?
Who?
Then Texas were last year.
Yeah.
They come the year before.
Talking about before pandemic.
Before the season going into the pandemic.
I mean, no. Going into the turn. Okay, Coach, the Economist they was in 3rd place. Okay.
That's good. They tied for 3rd.
In the Big 12? Come on, keep going, Jim.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then so the year before they won the NIT. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's way will that be done for me later. But he's always managed to get players.
Yes.
He's getting players. And this year, understand, a COVID hampered season, he still win the Big 12 conference tournament. Now, a lot of people are being rubbed the wrong way because some people feel like you saying, Hatter, understand, Jones basically took Greg Brown's minutes. He has beat him, not only beat him out for the position, but he's put himself in the lottery almost in that conversation. That
dude looked different, man, than Greg out there. And I love Greg, but that dude looked like a better player than Greg to me.
But as a coach, aren't you should you not be held accountable to the development of this young man, Greg Brown, mentally and physically? In other words, mentally, getting him to buy in.
Not if you don't hold Coach K accountable the same way. Not if you don't hold him accountable. He
They
had
should
the
be.
same type. He had some Greg Brown guys this year. He didn't even make He didn't make the dance. Kentucky had some Greg Browns. They didn't make the dance. I just don't. Edson Baylor passed away.
Mm.
Wow. Okay, come on. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Come on. I'm sorry. And Jimmy,
Yeah.
the dude Raymond got hit in the mouth and knocked on the floor and didn't want to go back in the game no more. Jimmy, you just can't teach. Man, what's my man, Jerome? He checked himself back in the game. I got that from the coaching staff. Dejan Giroux checked himself into the game. Coach, I'm not sitting over here. I ain't thinking about this here. Raymond got hit in the mouth and sat over there and worried about his lip. Jimmy, let me tell you, they can blame Shaka. You said Shaka gets dudes, man. Shaka gets dudes. I mean, and guess what? Those dudes were there. They ran into a buzzsaw to me. They ran into a guy that they just ran in a buzzsaw to me. And it happens.
I'm gonna tell you something. Then I'm thinking about something. If the AD at University of Texas, that's Dale Conte.
Okay.
Remember, they just hired a football coach.
Yeah.
And paid Herman ass a bag. Bought him out.
Different budget, different mindset up there, Texas. I've had to find that out myself.
I'm saying, but they paid him a bag, like what, 15 million, something like that, to get out of there.
They ain't trying to do that in the basketball program.
Well, the buyout for Shaka would be he got 2 years left on his deal.
Jimmy, there's two different, I'm telling you, you got two different factions. You got the basketball beat people, and it ain't like it's all together. And you got because somebody explained to me last year, because I was talking about what? He said, man, Texas ain't finna pay that much money for Shaka to leave. I'm just telling you now.
Well,
this is alumni.
No, but I got the solution. You got the solution. University of Texas, if you're listening.
Okay.
Board of Regents in Texas, if you're listening. The Chop Shop gonna help y'all out.
Okay.
And it gonna help y'all. Here we go.
Okay.
Where's Shaka Smart? You know where he's from?
I don't know, Jim.
He's from Wisconsin.
Hmm.
You know what? One of the hottest jobs in the country right now. What? That's in Wisconsin. Marquette. You let Shaka, Texas, so you don't have to pay this buyout. Del Conte.
So Jimmy, you want to get rid of?
Call AD at Marquette, huh?
You want to get rid of Shaka? Y'all would have seemed like to me.
I'm down with Shaka. But if Texas don't want him and don't want to appreciate him, let him go home. Marquette or Show take that buyout, take that money. They'll cover that spread. They'll cover it. They fired Woj over the weekend.
Yeah.
Shaka, go to Marquette. They're gonna love the hell out of you over there. They're gonna appreciate you over there, and you'll be able to win a whole lot and run your style. Go on. So now, because obviously there's people that's been sitting there and waiting and itching for this University of Texas job to open up, and it ain't opening up. Every time they figure it's gonna open wide open, Shaka has done something in the recent past to prolong the decision. But if Texas becomes open, once again, University of Texas, you got a simple open and shut case. You look right down at a U of H and you get Kevin Sampson and you give him the bag. We know you got the bag. You think I'm joking? I'm telling you how this stuff gonna move.
They got the bag. I'm just telling you. They told me, Rob, we got money, but we ain't spending on no damn basketball. We'll spend whatever in the world we want to spend on football. We not spending it on basketball. I said, Jimmy, I just shut the hell up when they told me that. He said, Rob, people think that we got bread, but we ain't spending on basketball like we're doing. I said, wow. Told me this last year. I just shut my mouth. I said, all that puff fun y'all got, we spend whatever on football, not on basketball. It blew me away. Blew me away. Yeah. This something, yeah. This one of them. So it's unique though, but that's good, Jimmy. It just, Jimmy, I ain't gonna lie. I like Shock. I like Shock's ability to go get those great players. I love it. Greg Brown could have went anywhere in the world. Greg Brown could have went pro. And Soccer was able to keep him here. Man, it's hard for me to let a guy like that go, man. That dude you talking about, Kai Jones? Where did he come from? How did he get so good? He developed, he wasn't no 5-star, was it? Or was it? Since he didn't, hold up. Since you couldn't develop Greg, what? Hold up. If you gonna give me the blame for not developing Greg, you got to give me the credit of goddamn developing his replacement. Think about that. It's hard to get the man. I go by what my eyes see. I done watched Texas this year more than I ever watched. I like that team, and I like what he's doing for that team. That was a bad game. Then they talking about people were arguing at each other for the ball. Man, let me tell you something. I saw some stuff last night, and I'm going to pivot over here. If we want to stay there, we can. I saw some stuff at the end of this game of Oklahoma State, when my man from Dallas, oh man, how can I? Cade Cunningham, Jimmy come down, wham, 3, wham. And the point guard came and looked him off 11 straight damn times after he just hit 2, 3 in a row. Jimmy, I saw this. Jimmy, let me tell you something, man. I sit there and said, I was trying to watch the body language between those two. This guy, somebody done told Avery, Anderson. Man, that dude going to the league, man, you better get your game off. It could have won that game, man. You know why. Jimmy, you still there? Uh-oh. Jimmy, you still? I know y'all are. Jimmy, I guess he got to go back out and come back. The whole show shut down. Lord have mercy. Jimmy will come back in a second. But no, all I was just trying to say, y'all, I'm just trying to give you something to think about. Yes. I got you, Jimmy. I don't know what happened. They said the stream, some happened, but we back. But I was just talking about the University of Texas, and I was just talking about this. Oklahoma State. I just saw some things I didn't like, and I know Cade Cunningham had already packed his bag, and probably didn't go back to Norman. Probably went back to Dallas because I just didn't like the end of the game. What happened, Jimmy? But we back, Jimmy. I don't know what happened to the feed.
Yeah, and we definitely back. I mean, how about, Texas Tech and Arkansas? Yeah. That Arkansas team is, David Patrick told me they were good, and I watched him play against Alabama.
He coaching with them?
Yeah. He brought him in.
Know that. Okay.
Remember, he left as a head coach to go take an assistant coach job. Yeah. And understand, he explained, he said, man, well, the budget at his school that he was at in California, it just wasn't where he couldn't get done what he needed to do to advance that program.
Gotcha.
So what you do, you go back and you have an opportunity to make more money as an assistant coach at Arkansas, as associate head coach, than you would as was the head coach there. So, and you can go understand, this part of the country is where a guy like DP, David Patrick, can thrive in a school like Arkansas. Let me tell you something. Arkansas is the only thing in the state, I'm talking about, for as a Power 5 school. So those Razorbacks, they can go and get players. They can keep players in the state as well. And the only thing that's a threat as long as Memphis, and which appears to be leveling off a little bit from the Fizz, that Memphis is still good, but the NCAA knew what they were doing. Memphis was about to become something special, and a lot of college coaches were really banded together.
Yes, sir.
And collectively, it's kind of like in the streets, Big Pookie,
Jim,
he getting too popular.
Jim, what God has for you, what God has for you, no man can put asunder. So guess what? It's all right now. They might lost their fears in y'all's eyes, but they got some coming now. Believe you
Indeed.
me. They gonna be all right. They gonna be. Don't be. Hey, don't. I tell people. I watch that movie Edge. Don't ever feel sorry for no man who got a private plane. They fly. Don't feel sorry for you. Memphis gonna be all right, baby. Memphis gonna be. Memphis had to get ripped, Jimmy. Sometimes you add by subtracting, without saying nothing about nobody. Sometimes you get better. You have to get rid. You have to purge yourself of something, some people and situations sometimes for you to rise. So that's all. That's all I'm talking about. That's all.
And speaking, of course, in March Madness action right now, Oklahoma and Gonzaga are tied midway through, almost at the midway through the first half point, about 11 minutes and some change left in the first half. Remember, Davion Harmon is not playing for OU through the first two games of the tournament. And and Oklahoma still, is giving them the blues right now, early on. A lot of basketball left to play in this one. Don't get it twisted.
Who?
Also, speaking of March Madness and surprises, how about Loyola Chicago upsetting Illinois 71-58? Now I'm gonna pose the question and throw it to you guys in the boom boom room, because we just talked about Texas and Abilene Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Which loss is greater? Which loss is worse? Texas losing to Abilene Christian or Illinois losing to Loyola?
Illinois.
So they coach shouldn't be fired?
No,
he good, huh?
They ain't gonna say nothing to him. Man,
So
Illinois, listen to me. Illinois have been in almost everybody's brackets to go to the Final Four and win this thing. Illinois was one of the top four seed. What seed were they? 2 or 1? When you 1 or 2, they were in. Jimmy, they were supposed to win this thing, man. Way worse than Texas lost. Now, guess what? It's a coincidence. Jimmy, what a coincidence. Both of them lost to in-state teams. Texas, Abilene Christian.
That's what I'm saying. Which one is worse? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The magnitude of it.
Yeah.
Which one is worse?
Illinois.
See, University of Texas wasn't picked to go to the Final Four.
No, sir. You're right. I totally agree.
Illinois, on the other hand, one of the most potent backcourts in the country.
Yes.
Now I understand. University of Texas, that loss.
Oh, it hurts.
Abilene Christian took 27 more shots than University of Texas did in that game. That Abilene Christian is the smallest lineup in the entire March Madness. They got the shortest team.
Yeah, Jimmy, guess what else I heard they did? They shot 29% from the field, from something, 29% from something, and still won. Texas just turned the damn ball
guess,
over.
Understand. Yes, think about it. Howard, this is unheard of.
Okay.
For a situation like this. They took 27 more shots than Texas.
Wow.
27 more shots.
Because
so that
they
means
had 20-something more turnovers. Texas was getting that ball up like they was. And hold up. Somebody gonna text me talking about, because I thought I'm saying Texas was. I'm calling Texas young. I didn't mean it. I'm just telling you, sometimes your old guys just ain't better than other teams' old guys. Since you think Texas, you telling me Texas got all of these upperclassmen turning that ball over like, so they need to go to the Wizard and get a hard then. Since you want to correct me, they need to go to Texas, the Wizard, and get a hard. Because if you a veteran team and turn the ball, how many times did they turn it over, y'all? 28 damn times? Man, don't text me. Well, they played like they was underclassmen then. I'm sorry. They played like they were little boys. Okay, I'll put it like that. Because you know, Jimmy, sometimes you tell me, well, Bob Robert, he got an all-star, but he ain't playing like no damn all-star. It's okay.
University of Houston and Rutgers went down to the wire last night. The Cougars prevailed.
Yes.
Came from behind.
Yeah.
63-60, and they have advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time since the Phi Slamma Jamma days. And understand,
I'm so proud of them.
These Houston Cougars, mind you, Caleb Mills, what do you think he's speaking?
Why you always bring him up, Jimmy? You love bringing him up. Tell me why. It's a reason, because you just don't. Why you always bring him up? Why?
Well, because this is a young man that he made a decision to abort the mission of this program this season. He transferred to Florida State. They will play today, if I'm not mistaken, right? Against a really tough Colorado team. But Caleb Mills, Fabian White came back.
Oh, couple of key possessions.
So he gives them depth. Caleb Mills, had he remained at U of H and just sucked it up, realized, man, you get to March Madness, man, it don't matter. The scout's still going to see you. You trying to get yours, you're going to get yours. And if he would have bought back into the system, mind you, this was a guy who was starting in front of Quentin Grimes, in front of Sasser a year ago.
Yeah.
Things change a little bit. You get hurt. Start the season off on COVID protocol. So you missed the first couple of weeks of the season. So then you come, guess what? Other guys are playing good. U of H opened the season playing good. They beat Texas Tech up in the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. They were playing good. Then guess what? It happens in basketball. It's not like football. Football, the quarterback come back. In basketball, you ease him. If a guy's doing well, these same two young men rooted for your ass when you were starting, and they was on the bench a year ago. And guess what? Quentin Grimes came over from Kansas and took that bench role, and that was appreciated.
And he was on the bench cheering him along the whole time, because I was watching him. I wanted to see how. That's why I'm so proud of that young man. I'm just so proud of that young man and that coaching staff who always believed in Quentin Grimes. Quentin just had to get out of Quentin Grimes' way and be Quentin Grimes. I mean, all of them people who talked about him, Jim, at your event, and you had a room full of people talking about him. And I said, no, y'all, I like him. I see something. And this kid, man, I mean, he single-handedly put Houston, he single-handedly put Memphis. You know I love him. He single-handedly put Memphis in NIT. Because without him and them two days, Memphis would be over here in the Sweet 16, well, wherever. But Tremont Marks. I mean, I just do. I used to didn't want to say this.
Say it then.
Coaching matter, man.
Of course it does.
Coaching in college, coaching matter. At the pros, hell no. In college, these got hold up. That's staff, Jim. Cause we can just say coach Sampson, but coach, that's staff. Hold up. Bilal Bally clears up everything for the staff that they don't have to do with the players, and he handles, Jimmy. When I said staff, Bilal Bally handles everything with them players. So the coaches just can be ready to have them lathered up when they get to the gym. Man, Quantas White, Hollis Price, Coach Alvin. Alvin is sitting back. Alvin sits back like Yoda, knowing all. Okay, I got it. And when he speaks, boy, your ass better listen. When Alvin Brooks Jr. speak, you better listen. Man, I mean, I'm just so proud that these guys, Bilal told me a long time ago, Hatter, when he first came there, I want to turn this to a high major culture and a high major program. I never forget it. He sit down and gave me bullet points on what he needed to do. Hold up, Jimmy, and I'm going to tell it. I hope he wasn't doing this secretly. He even put himself in a position, Jimmy, to contact all 30 NBA teams and giving them a profile on each one of their players. So when it comes where the college coaches come down, the pro coaches, the pro scouts come down, Jimmy, for the pro days like they do Kentucky and like they do them other colleges, U of H gonna be prepared, man. This the kind of program that these guys have over there at U of H, man. It's unbelievable, and I know a lot of people just take them for granted. These guys were preparing for moments like this. Jimmy, you've seen more than I have. I'm just telling you from what I've seen.
I mean, it's the culture is what they call them. Now the nickname now they calling U of H the Culture Club. Now that was a popular band in the 80s.
Yeah.
For you youngsters out there, the Culture Club.
Yeah.
But they've spent on it, and that's the whole thing. The marketing department. I told you guys, the University of Houston marketing department has been knocking it out the box for the
led
past
by
5 years.
Lauren Sampson.
Knocking it out the box. I'm talking about, I mean, they're each year they have a different campaign.
Yes.
They have a different slogan.
City.
And billboards close to downtown.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, remember, for the city. Now it's for the culture.
Yes.
And the Culture Club.
Yes.
You know, they understand. See, a new arena. They got the Jordan brand deal.
Yeah.
Thanks to Chris Paul being in town when he was with the Rockets. Yes. That helped accelerate that deal.
Yes.
You know, a lot of guys have a relationship with Kevin Sampson and his basketball family. And that helps when you have guys like that in town. And guess what? Those kids, those you think about it, that don't think the sneakers and that Jordan stuff don't matter. If you think it didn't matter, think about this. Remember the old day, remember in the 80s when one of the few college teams that had a Jordan deal that was not at the time, that was not a blue blood, but they wore the Jordan brand, had a Jordan brand package, and that was the Cincinnati Bearcat. I mean, Cincinnati with coached by Bob Huggins. You remember back in the they had the Jordan package.
Okay.
That Jordan package, understand something. Tack Minor came this close to going to Cincinnati. You know why? Because at the time they had a kid from Houston that was one of the top scorers in the country out of high school. His name was Field Williams. Field Williams from Waltrip High School was at Cincinnati. Field Williams was a starter at Cincinnati. Field Williams grew up right around the corner, so that means they used Field Williams. His high school coach was a late Freddie the Bull Williams. I think, did I get the right last name right? Freddie the Bull. We call him
if it's Houston history, I don't know.
But he was a coach at Waltrip and at Yates before Greg, and he passed away. And so I said that on sound right. His name Fred Smith. Fred Smith sound better. You guys help me out on that. But anyway, field players recruit players. But I'm saying Cincinnati, that Jordan brand package is one of the things that, because the kids like some kids, they love J's. And at the time, so U of H has this Jordan package, them J. And at first, remember the first year they got it out 2 years ago? They would give U of H those regular J's, the ones that ain't really. Now you get to win, you top 25, they get all the good J's.
Jimmy, if you know this, you don't even, I guess you just playing around with the people. They got certain packages that you have. You got an elite package. You got a this package. You got a Final Four package. Matt know what I'm talking about. You got a championship package. You get different packages, man. I didn't know that till Nico was explaining it to me one time. He said, "Man, different schools get different things. We win this thing, Jimmy. Look, I said we. U of H. Did you freeze up, Jimmy? U of H win this thing, which they got a chance to go and win this thing. Let me tell you something. That's a whole nother package.
The elite, they get the elite package then.
The elite championship package.
Well, get to the Final Four. Just get into the Final Four.
Yeah.
Your product, you get the elite product.
Hey, man.
And as Matt says, tiers. And that's what they call it,
Yes, tiers. Okay. Excuse me, Matt. I didn't mean to mess up y'all company's your company's lexicon. but another upset that we didn't talk about. I want to add to the March upsets over the weekend. Go on, talk.
Shout out to North Texas for knocking off Purdue.
Yeah.
In the first round.
Yeah. That's good.
North Texas.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
if Rubens was playing, they'd have won this other game.
He didn't play?
No, Ruben ain't played the whole time. He hurt.
Oh, man.
If Ruben was playing, man, they'd have won. They'd have won them two. They'd have been in the Sweet 16 right now if Ruben was playing.
That's your head talking or your heart talking?
My heart.
Okay. Now, they did. Now, understand, I can give North Texas and Grant McCaskill give him credit in his program credit for applying an effective scout to Villanova for about 10 minutes. They were giving Villanova a scare early on. That means the scout was working, but then you got to make subs, and then the bottom fell out.
What John Rothstein? I'm gonna give what's the dude that tweet named John Rothstein? Is that dude?
Yeah.
He said I love it when he said Villanova is a Fortune 500 company. They lost their leading scorer and their leader, and they still back in the Sweet 16. So guess what, Jimmy? Hey, the Houston Cougars is a Fortune 100 company. I'm going further. I'm going to start tweeting. Forget Rothstein. My next tweet is Houston Cougars, a Fortune 100 company. Now, how about that?
I mean, just think about it. If the Cougars beat Syracuse, they would play the winner of Loyola Chicago and Oregon State. So I mean, Oregon State picked up the big. They beat Oklahoma State. I mean,
Oklahoma State gave that game away.
Oregon State doesn't understand. They lost double digits this year, Heather.
Yeah. Jimmy, they was picked 12th. They were picked 12th in the conference in what you call the Pac-12. Excuse me. They were picked 12th in the Pac-12.
So saying this conversation, U of H to the Final Four.
It's not. Yeah.
It's sitting there.
It's
It's
doable.
sweet as pie.
It's doable
right now.
It's doable.
This Syracuse gonna play that matchup zone, which is okay. Because guess what? Quentin Grimes is playing his best, his most consistent brand of basketball of his career, probably for his consistency.
Unbelievable.
He's consistently playing well. Before it would be great game, good game, bad game. Bad game, good game, great game. Great game, good game, bad game. Bad game, good game, great game. That's how it would be for Quentin Grimes.
Yeah.
Now it's good game, great game. Good game, great game. Great game, good game. Then bad game every maybe fifth game. Well, they ain't got 5 games left in them.
But Jimmy, he been that talented all the time. I remember I said he had to get out of his way. Coach Sampson and Coach Brooks helped the young kid get out of his way. Forget Kansas. They had you standing in the corner shooting threes. You a playmaker on this team. You get down here with that big ass body and make a play. I'll pull up and shoot a 3 anytime you want to. Dude, Jimmy, that makes you feel a whole lot different. Caleb Mill, bye. I'll see you later, since you like to mention. Caleb Mill, bye. We got Quentin Grimes, a McDonald All-American, who could have chose any school he wanted to. He came back home to make Houston proud. Shout out to Quentin Grimes, man. I love it. So what? I just love the way. I didn't mean to go there again, but who else we got, Jimmy? Who else we got? What else happened?
Well, I mean, we're talking about teams that got hit upside the head, and how about Virginia losing to Ohio?
Jimmy, you wasn't here last week, right? Did you hear me talk about the little point guard on the show, Jalen Preston?
Yeah.
I talked about it. If people been texting me, man, you talked about dude, who he got to play? He got Creighton. He got Creighton today at 5, Jimmy. Jalen Preston, man, Jimmy, he different. He different. He got a little something. Who else you want to get out of here? Because you looking at the time. I guess
it's almost time as we get ready.
Yeah.
Now, quickly, we end the show with just a quick shot of some NBA news. Of course, the Rockets extend their losing streak to the 20. And
Jimmy, you see the coach? Did you see the coach at the press
conference? No, I didn't. I heard that in the presser that it was some. He
almost broke down, man. I'm gonna have a video for y'all tomorrow.
Did they set? Understand?
They didn't set him up, Jimmy.
Is he a Randolph? What is Coach Silas the victim of a Randolph and Mortimer bet? That's what I'm wondering. Is he? Did they just did Tillman Fertitta somehow just sit there and say, "Man, you know what?
Now I know why.
Now I know his son."
I really didn't know, but now I know you weren't listening to me, Jimmy. I told you they didn't have to pay for him. They didn't have to pay that much. He was the cheapest. He was his first job. He was gonna go for everything. I can get rid of him and ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I done hired a black coach. I done did this. I know I'm about to lose. We know what we doing. Jimmy, what he is doing is a great job of losing. I bet, and guess what? That's what the owner wants. That's what the owner, Jimmy, let me tell you something, Jimmy. I was wishing bad on the Houston Rockets. You know I was. I said it publicly. I don't want them to win a game. I didn't mean they were 11-10, Jimmy. When I said it, I didn't mean literally. They were 11-10. They lost 20 straight games, Jim.
Oh, but once again, remember I said it for Houston before, during, and after the trade. I said at some point, if you're miserable, you would be careful what you wish for. But at the same time, some people will be willing to go through this rather than sit there because you're out your misery now. So now with the Rockets, It frees up you to have that time back in your life to do something else.
Yeah.
Rockets come on TV, you ain't worried about them on TV no more.
I promise you I ain't watched it.
How many times you watch the TV, man? The Rockets on night.
I promise you I ain't watched it.
You see? So now the Rockets have given you a piece of your life back.
Oh, they cost me some money, Jimmy. Because I had to buy the NBA package. I ain't want to buy that damn package because I got to see my nephew. It cost me $2.99. It's bull crap, man. Them Rockets, they cost me $2.99 because I got to see James. I got to see it. So, but it's crazy, man. But I mean, yes, they're gonna get all these picks, Jimmy, because you remember you said they want these picks that, man, do you know? Somebody said, hold on. I think I'm trying to get the right number. The Thunder got 32 to 36 picks lined up in the next few years. 30-something. And they still come in.
And just beat the Rockets last night, too. The Thunder. That same Thunder. Guess what? Whenever the sad thing is, everybody, the city knows it.
Oh,
and knows that they hired this guy, made a conscious decision. Mm-hmm. You could have hired 2 or 3 other guys. Yeah. And although one of those guys between Russ and James would have still been here.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Without question.
Oh, yes.
One or both would have still been here without question and would have been happy. Off the cuff. No, still. Now, the thing is, think about it. Rockets.
Look at Crystal. Did you see what Crystal said? Calvin Murphy wasting suits. No, he ain't wasting them glass suits, Crystal. Because don't nobody want him no way. So, yeah, he ain't wasting nothing.
Hey, man, whoever Calvin Murphy Taylor is, they making off like a bandit. That dude, whoever the Taylor, Calvin Murphy's
dude,
Taylor.
I saw it. I met him one time. Oh, dude.
I mean, for real.
Jimmy,
now, I want to remind you, the hottest team in the NBA right now. You said coaching matters, is the Atlanta Hawks. Nate McMillan has not lost a game since becoming head coach of the Atlanta Hawks. Mind you, this same Hawks team was sputtering just 2 weeks ago. They're 8-0 under Nate McMillan. So this same team was inspired. And as they got inspired, they galvanized and they've created wins after wins. Now, after 8 straight, you're trying to reach 10. When you reach 10, you want to reach 15. I mean, it's not likely to happen, but then guess what? They're grooving right now. Playing good ball. Shout out to Nate McMillan.
Yeah.
And Kenneth Lofton say the Rockets getting in the Cade Cunningham sweepstakes.
He can't help him. I got a question. Do you think Cade Cunningham is the number one? He might be the number 1 pick. What do you think he's going to do? Is he like Kevin Durant? Is he going to be like Kevin Durant? Can he be a Kevin Durant? Can he be that good? Because if you draft him number 1, that's what you need his ass to be. I'm just saying, you don't have to answer it right now. Because I know your Dallas people watching. I don't care.
you say, I know the Dallas people watching, and it's funny. It's funny that you say that because it's speaking of the Dallas. I mean, the Mavericks, they just hanging on by a thread right now.
Yeah.
See, that's agonizing. But this Rockets team ain't no expectation, so that's good.
Listen, Jimmy. Listen, and guess what, Jimmy? James' restaurant be packed every day. That food is good. They have repeat customers. Landon was here last week. I couldn't make it. be packed every day, Jim. I actually do. I said, what days you're not crowded so I can bring my friend? He said, Monday. I said, y'all close on Monday. He said, that's the only day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm thinking, I thought people was going to boycott the man restaurant. But boy, these folk want them some good food. I can tell you that. It wants some good food, man. But
well, yeah, I mean that's and the
Sonya went too. She said delicious house. Jimmy, I got a meal. When me and you go to brunch one day, I know I got you gonna say, what? Give me another one of these. Then you gonna talk about, give me a picture. Give me a picture of that right there. I already know what you gonna be in there doing. But Jimmy, we didn't talk about you, boy. We'll talk about him tomorrow, because it's some more stuff that happened about Deshaun Watson, man.
Deshaun Watson.
It's some more stuff that happened, Jimmy.
Have you changed your stance on how you felt on day one of these rumors, of these accusations? Have you changed your stance?
I have.
Remember, from day one, I only had one question that I posed to you guys. I said, what if it was your daughter? That was the question I asked. Man, they just doing it. Guess what? That's what the art of war is. The art of war, this thing was been in motion. This for him to come, it was in motion. It was a matter of them pulling the trigger.
Did you hear what happened this morning, though, Jim? They said one girl he messed with this month. He was sexually assaulting a woman this month. It ain't been that many days in this month.
Has he issued another statement since
hell
coming out?
No.
And saying,
hell no.
You know why? You know why? Because he's been legally advised to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
You hired your attorney to do the talking. You are going against a machine. You hired Rusty Hardin. Let Rusty Hardin deal with Tony Busby. Rusty Hardin, even himself, said, man, I'm not going to speak on it until I get all the facts. When a lawyer say that,
hey man,
that mean you got a hand in spade with no trump.
Hey, Sonya, what you mean by the chef, Lord? Hold on, Sonya Billings is saying something about the chef. What you say about the chef and Lord? I got the chef. The chef said he want to come on James Harden chef at the restaurant. He said he gonna come on the chop shop, Jimmy, whenever we get a chance. He gonna come on. But Sonya said Millie Collins, the chef, Lord. I want to know what she meant by that, Jimmy. I'm just wondering what she meant. Is he that good of a cook or what? I just want to know what she meant by it when she said Lord. You know how, Jimmy, we said, hey. She said, Hannah. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone right there. Huh?
Y'all mannish. That was y'all here. Y'all got to go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
Come here.
But, man, it's
anyway,
crazy.
Man, it's that time, man. We got to get up out of here. I got to go back to the doctor and finish. Went to go get I've been chasing my second shot for 4 days now. I remember I was supposed to get it on Friday. Last week, I refused. I'm not going to get in that thing, have a reaction going into the spring icebreaker. So I was supposed to when I got it this morning. That's why I'm coming late from the doctor's office. I got to go back today and get that second vaccine. But anyway, guys,
Jim,
thank everybody. We will have 28 photos tomorrow. We have video tomorrow.
Okay.
From the icebreaker, we have some video clips for you. You know, G-Day putting some stuff together. And it was a great atmosphere. If you missed it, and thanks for everybody again for coming out. For a lot of people came out and watched games. Now you guys understand why. Like I said, I made the Sea King and Noah Middle School as my main headquarter courts, because you have more people who can get in the building and watch those games, as opposed to the MI3 Center. Everybody had to be crammed in there. You want to go to the restroom, you can use a restroom in comfort without having to wait in line, because MI3 only has one restroom. And we would have, as I told you guys, if I would have let those games at MI, the fire marshal would have shut us down. It would have been that packed. It would have been. Remember, Al, did you know the largest event, the largest crowd that had ever assembled under the MI3 Center was the Spring Icebreaker 2 years ago?
It was crazy.
That was the largest crowd they've ever had in that building at one time.
Right, it was crazy. And we don't need
and the most cars they've ever had.
We don't need
so
that right now.
I know what it takes to bust it at the seams. This thing here would have blew the roof off of it. And I said, no, we can't do that. So thanks for Sheldon ISD for opening their doors.
Shout out to them, man.
To us. Shout out to them. And once again, you guys already know, all you gotta do is just pay attention. Pay attention. You know, 300 teams is a special club of doing a tournament.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna click you off. You know I'm about to click you off if you go off. I'm gonna click. But you know what though? I was meant to tell you about Derek Johnson was telling you day 2 you have to watch out for Jimmy. After that, you good when you get the shot. The second shot, day 2, you have to worry about. But Jimmy, I get mine on the 28th. Y'all pray for me. I got 6 more days. I think they're gonna start sending me the email. And Jimmy, Jimmy, you gonna do yours indoors. Jimmy, I pulled a carb, Jimmy. I pulled that carb and said, here you go. Knock me down. Then they shot me, Jimmy, that little old poke. I said, man, I thought I was hurting. Then they make you pull over and wait for 20 minutes, 15 minutes or whatever. So I pull over there, go messing with my phone. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. But now, about two days after that, boy, it kind of was interfering with my my golf swing. But Tim Littlefield, I'm gonna drink plenty of water, give me some vitamin C. I'm gonna take my vitamins as soon as I eat right now. Yeah, but that 300 club, Jimmy, I'm proud of you. Man, I you know I didn't give you much. I just told you. You got to know that I snuck in and snuck right back out of there. But I'm just glad that
you snuck in and snuck out. That little team from Memphis, they came down here.
Got them over here.
They got their heads tore off the ball.
Off the ball. They beat one team. Who is Texas Impact? Thank you. Whoever the hell that is. They beat one team. Whoever that is, tell them thank you. Tell them I take them to James Harden. I take the whole team to James Harden restaurant.
And then my team from Atlanta, Matt the Mal, your little team from Atlanta, AJ Bouye, though, Houston Hoops beat the stuffing out of that little team. Man.
Hey, Houston Hoop look nice, but I know we're gonna talk about it today.
No, but I'll let that on tomorrow. We got all to talk about tomorrow. Make sure, guys. Thanks a bunch. If you didn't share the show today, make sure you share the show. We'll be right back at it on tomorrow. We'll be rocking and rolling. We have some more, of course, NCAA news. We'll have some coaching news. There's a couple of jobs I hadn't got on yet and made some hires. And I'm gonna express my thoughts on that stuff again on tomorrow.
What's that? I missed it. I couldn't hear you.
A couple of college coach that made a hire.
Okay.
And with the quickness that they passed over a bunch of candidates.
Let's talk about that tomorrow
for this gig, and we'll talk about that and a lot more tomorrow as well. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for tuning into the Chop Shop. On behalf of Robert Haller, this is Jim Hicks. It is time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing for this Monday. Appreciate everything, guys. See you in 22 hours. Peace.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop.